Guys, I just witnessed a major foot in mouth flip-flop, and it's freaking hilarious. So if you guys haven't been following this Nintendo and Night Trap situation, let me explain for you. Now, I know a lot of you that's watching this video probably never even heard of Night Trap. It's because it's a game that came out during the early 90s that, to be honest, wasn't really that good. But the reason why Night Trap is remembered is because, one, at the time of its release, it was kind of ahead of its time technology-wise, because it was a full motion video controlled game. So the hook of the game was that you were pretty much like playing a movie. I mean, it was a movie with terrible acting and special effects, but yeah, it looked realistic because you were controlling actual people. Now, like I said, the game really wasn't very good, but it got a lot of controversy because of I guess there was like a shower scene in the movie, and parents got kind of upset about it. In fact, games like the first Mortal Kombat and Night Trap are really the reason why we have a rating system today, because that was a big issue back then with the nudity or sexuality and violence, and that's what triggered the rating system and all of the stuff that we have today. It's because of Mortal Kombat and Night Trap. Now, these developers are making a new Night Trap called Night Trap Revamped. And in the Kickstarter, doing the Kickstarter for it, and in the Kickstarter they're stating how the developers of this game went on to work on major films and they're so successful, but they're still asking us for money, which is pretty hilarious. But that's not the really funny part. The really funny part is apparently they have held on to a grudge for 20 freaking years. And the grudge was so great that they even put it in their Kickstarter FAQ. No one even asked them, oh yeah, you know, where's the Nintendo version, where's the Wii U version? But they put it in their freaking FAQ. It says, why won't there be Nintendo versions of the game? And this is a quote from their FAQ. Ever hear the term never burn bridges? Well, Howard Lincoln, former president of Nintendo US, made our lives miserable during the 1994 Senate hearings on video game violence. Not only did he quietly suggest to congressmen through the use of Nintendo-supplied and heavily edited footage that they should demonize Night Trap rather than Nintendo's Mortal Kombat, which they spelled with a C, and last time I checked, Nintendo does not own Mortal Kombat. And said, but he also declared publicly that Night Trap would never appear on a Nintendo system. And he was right. As much as Nintendo desperately needs publishers to support their third place platform, which is funny because the last time I checked, the Xbox One was in third place. We won't be one of them. There's just too much bad blood between us and them. So these dudes were so butthurt. That butthurt over 20 years. I think that's a record. 20 years of butthurt? That got to be some kind of record there. That has to be some kind of record. So they're still butthurt over that. So they claim that Night Trap would never see a Nintendo console. Ever. Right? So then the next day or a couple days later, they have the next day they had another update. And it says, a word about Nintendo. 20 years ago, Nintendo used Night Trap as a lightning rod to attract attention away from problems of its own regarding Mortal Kombat, again spelled with a C. Their behavior hurt everyone in the gaming business. That was a long time ago, and many things have changed since then. We bear Nintendo no ill will, and certainly bear no ill will to anyone who owns a Nintendo system. But life is short, and you have to pick your targets of opportunity. We simply have no interest in paying licensing fees to a company that once tried very hard to put us out of business. So that was the next day. And they're already semi-damage controlling right there. But here's where things get really hilarious. Yesterday, there was another update. And they said, we hope to announce tomorrow that Wii U owners may indeed be able to acquire copies of Night Trap Revamped. Stay tuned, and thanks again for your support, comments, and questions. So after all that, they plan to announce a Wii U version. After all that. Let me tell you what really happened. They saw that their $330,000 goal is going to be kind of hard to achieve with them at $20,000 right now. I mean, they still got 25 days to go, but yeah, things aren't looking good. Sounds like they talked to someone, and that smart person told them, hey, you know what? That's probably not a good idea to bash Nintendo or Wii U fans because they seem to support Kickstarters. They seem to get excited about games getting announced for their system that's not from Nintendo. That wasn't a good look, bruh. That was not a good look. So then they completely flip-flopped and now plan to announce a Wii U version today or tomorrow. Good job. Now, I'm all for more support on the Wii U. But, yeah, that's pretty freaking hilarious. The flip-flopper's real. Have that seat.